Stand by the kitchen doors, the bride said, adjusting her veil in the conservatory's glass. It'll keep the family photos clean. She didn't look at me. The greenhouse heat slicked my skin under slate silk. At the head table, my place card, Emma, sat in front of a stranger in a navy suit, smiling like he belonged. You don't really fit black tie tonight, she added, finally turning. The vendor table has a great view of the orchids. I swallowed whatever sound wanted out. No tears, no scene. I crossed to the gift table, hand steady, and found the heavy cream envelope with my name. Inside, a cashier's check for $10,000, my gift, my entry fee, the last desperate attempt to buy space in a family that treated me like movable furniture. I slid it into my clutch and walked out through the front doors without a word. The drive home was streetlights and silence. In my apartment, I didn't kick off my heels or call a friend. I went straight to my office, opened my laptop, and logged into the business banking portal for my brother Caleb's startup Neon Vista VR. The credentials were muscle memory. I'd set them up myself. Charges loaded, venue deposit, catering, flowers. Then 2 first-class tickets to the Maldives, purchased yesterday on the company card. The one backed by my credit, my signature. I opened the liability tab. My finger hovered over the option I'd always refused to touch. Kitchen doors. A stranger in my seat. 10 years of covering overdrafts and apologizing for his arrogance. I clicked, revoke personal guarantee. A warning flashed. This may freeze assets and suspend services. Are you sure? Yes. 3 days passed before my decision found them. My phone stayed silent and I let the quiet teach me. I went to work, watered my plants, drank coffee on my balcony, and stopped flinching at every vibration. At 6:03 a.m. Tuesday, the screen lit up. Declined, Maldives Resort, $12,000. $12,000 wasn't a meal. It was an upgrade, the kind of charge that expects my credit to catch the fall. Texts stacked fast. Caleb. Cards acting weird. Call the bank. 10 minutes later. Emma, pick up. This is embarrassing. Then, stop playing games. We're at the front desk. Fix it. The bride followed, one furious paragraph. You are ruining my honeymoon because you are jealous. Fix this now. A voicemail from my father arrived last. His voice clipped like a gavel. Emma, end this tantrum. You're humiliating us. The old ache tried to rise, that urge to smooth everything over. Instead, it named itself. In our family, Caleb wasn't fragile. He was celebrated. I wasn't unseen because I didn't matter. I was unseen because I worked. Infrastructure. My phone buzzed again with an international call. I set it face down and dialed my attorney, Dana Klein. Trigger the demand clause, I said. Dana paused. That freezes everything tied to his EIN. He spent $12,000 while insolvent, I said. And he threatened me in writing. File it. At 2:15 p.m., confirmation arrived. Commercial assets frozen. Neon Vista VR. At 2:20, the hosting company chimed in. Payment default. Services suspended. I watched the timestamps tick forward, oddly calm. I opened the website. It didn't load, not even an error page, just white, like a stage after the lights go out. A Seattle number flashed at 2:47. Emma Hale, Marcus Thorne, we met at the conservatory. I'm on the Series A team, he said. Your brother said your absence was a staffing mix-up. Then the accounts froze. Why did your guarantee vanish? Because he parked me by the kitchen doors, I said, so the photos would stay clean. And because he bought a Maldives honeymoon on a card he couldn't support without me. Marcus paused. He told me you were support staff. My guilt let go. You have what you need, I said, and hung up. Before sunrise, fists thudded on my door. I opened it with the chain on. Caleb stood there in wrinkled resort linen, sunburned and shaking. The bride hovered beside him. My father took the center. End this, my father said. Fix the accounts. I already fixed something, I said. Me. Caleb leaned toward the gap. Emma, please, call the bank. We'll talk. We've talked for 10 years, I said. You just spent through my silence. I slid one sheet through the chain. Dates, amounts, interest. $145,000, I said. That's what it costs to keep your company breathing. Caleb's eyes went glassy. I can't pay that. Then you shouldn't have pretended you could, I said. You didn't lose Marcus because I withdrew. You lost him when you shoved your sister out of frame to impress him. The bride started to speak, but my father's stare cut her off. He turned it on me instead. Cold, familiar, certain I'd fold. For once, I didn't. I resign, I said, and closed the door. In the quiet, my lungs finally filled. I blocked their numbers, watched Dawn turn the windows gold, and deleted guarantee files. Let the roof fall. I was done holding it up.